The greatest black people are the ones that said, what the hell is wrong with you people? Why are you doing so much nonsense? The best people that we know, the best people that we remember, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Sarah B. Anthony, they all did something that stepped outside what all other black people were doing. A lot of black people, we try to follow the crowd because it's safer, and because they persecuted us for so long, it just makes sense to do that. Great black people are those who are not afraid. Great black people who saw a problem and decided that they were going to solve it regardless of white, black, yellow, or green.
What makes us great is the fact that we are so beautifully diverse. Our cultures, our languages, our colors, we are so beautiful in the differences that we have with each other. Our tenacity, our survival instincts, our strength beyond any obstacle that comes our way. We find solutions to problems that most people might break down and die from. But in the face of adversity, we stand up and we're strong. We're community-based, we're family-based. We are the most beautiful people in the world. That's what's amazing about us. We are just amazing.
I think what makes black people great, as well as many other people all over the world, people of color, is the zeal and tenacity that they have on the inside of them. They just don't give up. You heard the phrase, black don't crack, and it's true. We just push through irrespective of the circumstances that we see around ourselves or within ourselves, and we have a fighting spirit.
You know, we went through black and brown. You know, we went through everything. We were taken from our homeland to another, like across the ocean. You know, we learned the language. We still came back stronger than before. The main thing is the history behind it. You know, slavery is a lot. It's like our suffering, our pain threshold is higher, you know. Every time I think about it, I think about Nelson Mandela. How can someone go to jail for 30 years and still come out and become the president of a nation that imprisoned him, that humiliated him, that did all of this? So Nelson Mandela's story is like the modern slavery story. So it's exactly that, exactly all we went through. And that's why we're great, and that's why we become greater every time we fall. We'll rise up again.
We have the will, we never give up, easily. We're driven, we have passion, we're always motivated, we always want to jump on the next thing. We don't stop, we go forward, we go for what we want, when we want it.
Black people have always been known for hard work. They tend to put in a lot of effort in everything they do. Also, a lot of sacrifice is being made for the black race. You see a lot of people, you leave Africa, you come to Europe to work, to study. You know, normally white people can't do that. White people find it very difficult to do that. They don't survive outside their immediate habitat and all of that. So most times, black people, we do all of that. We go out there, we make a name for ourselves. A lot of great black guys have left the African continent, made us proud. Europe, America, wherever it is.
If I sit here and tell you what we define as, trust me, this camera will just drain off the battery. You know, this other day was called Abesiana here in Russian. It means monkey. So if I go on and tell you what the people call us, what they define, it doesn't make sense. It's what we define ourselves. We're great people. We're amazing people. So yeah.
We are seen as crooks. Anywhere we go to, like they just feel we want to do something bad. Maybe we want to steal, we want to kill, destroy. They see us as the devil. Like we just come and like we disorganize things because we are disorganized. The whites, they see us like we don't have a law, so we are always doing the wrong thing.
In most cases, due to Western influence and the media, a lot of black people are defined as lazy and ghetto, and we have these very stereotypical thoughts about us, about killing each other, very tribal. However, we are defined as a people with many cultures. We are defined as a people of many colors. We are defined as a people who have strength beyond anything you can ever imagine. And that definition, once we understand it within ourselves and within other people, is what makes us so strong and so great in us itself, especially in Africa. The way that we are, the languages that we speak, it's all by itself amazing.
Most times the society just define us as negative people, you know, black, hustlers, everything that has to do with a negative thing. That's what basically we are defined as, but that's not true.
In the Western world, because of what a lot of our brothers and sisters have done that are not so good, we have been stereotyped to be average or below average, not capable, not strong enough, not a united community. But I think the definition of a black person is based on what they choose to give themselves. And for us to have that definition, we must go back into our history. And when we understand our history, where we have come from, then we can know where we are going. And so the definition of a black person is inside the history of the black community. We have gone through thick and thin, but we have not given up. That's the definition of a black person. Somebody who is strong, somebody who is a go-getter, somebody who will go through any lens to make sure that his dreams come to pass.
Black people are defined as inferior beings, are not smart, as corrupt, you know, people without initiative. That's what we are defined as.
Right now, black people are defined as crooks, people who do not have sense. When you see an ad for strippers, you see only black women on the line. Black men are described as people who leave their families and go off to chase young white whores. Black women are defined as people who never keep their mouths shut, always trying to fight each other. And I don't know if you see where I'm going with this, but is this what you want black people to be defined as? Can we define ourselves as people who are strong, people who do not cower in the face of enmity, people who actually love their families? Because a lot of white people do not give two fucks about their sister, but we do. We watch each other's backs. We watch each other's backs so much that we get jealous of each other. We try and bring each other down. You just imagine if we actually helped each other out. Where would we be right now?
It's difficult to analyze because in different settings, black people have done well, as well as a lot of us have not also done so good. Many of us are in the prison systems, even though some people argue that the justice system is not 100% for us. But when you talk about disappointment, I think the fact that many fathers or many parents were not available for their kids, and people did not have role models to direct them through the journey and the course of life, especially when they were young, has given rise to a lot of crime and vices that are associated with black people. So I won't say they have really disappointed me. My focus now will be on what can we do next to change whatever form of disappointment we have had.
Honestly, there's a whole long list of how I am disappointed, but the majority of it all stems from our miseducation. We are so now information based, or should I say social media based, that we do not glean good education, good knowledge from facts, not just rumors, not just speculation, but from actual facts. And that has also stemmed into us not teaching our children education-wise, not just about sending them to school, but about our culture, about the traditional stories that we used to tell that our parents told us and that our grandparents told us about our people. And we have used Western influence to define us. We are not Western, we're not white, we are black, we are Africans, and that is the most beautiful thing in the world. And the moment that we start to understand that within ourselves and to educate ourselves about how beautiful we are, that's when we can shake the world.
My annoyance with Nigerians, basically, most importantly Nigerians, my annoyance with them is that we always complain that we want change. We say our country is bad, no good education, no good blah blah blah. But still, when it's time to vote, we still go and we vote for the old men, old people that are like very, very close to dying. Then when they, what did they say? Is he enter the seat on talk am. When they become president, they don't do anything and we start complaining. My annoyance is that why do we complain when we are like, if not for us, they won't be there. We are the ones voting them and still we complain. We should learn to vote for younger people like us, that like we know what we want for our country. These old people, they've lived and they're not, I don't think they are still civilized or they try to be civilized. But we the young ones, we know how to, we've been to so many places and we've learned a lot. And like if we'd use what we've learned to like try to change Nigeria, I'm sure Nigeria is going to change. So my annoyance with black people is the fact that we keep doing the same thing and we expect a change. It's not possible and it's not going to happen until we change.
I'm sad. I'm very sad. I can't even walk inside a place and say I'm black. Like, my landlord doesn't trust me. Remember this is year 2016. I'm a young guy, I'm 20 something. My landlord doesn't trust me because I am black. Because too many black people are swindlers. And they're all over the internet. Too many black women are just whores. And you see, there's not as if there's no good black women. But the ones that make the headlines are the ones that are getting arrested for prostitution. What were you doing there? Why could you not do something else? Sell groundnuts, sell rice. Why are you acting like, I don't have anything against gay people. I will tell you that now. But if you're black and you're now trying to say that it's because I'm black and gay, you have a problem. You have a victim problem and you should stop. And it just goes on and on and on. Oh, black people stole this. Oh, black people burned this place down. How many videos of them getting arrested because they were fighting on the street? Why are you fighting? Do you not have home training? What's your problem? What is wrong with you? Seriously, you guys have disappointed the hell out of me, and I know I'm going to create a black child, and I don't want my black child to see what you guys have done at all. Like, I want him to see good stuff. That's what I want.
Black people, we are not united. We need to be united. We need to love ourselves. We need to come together. There's no competition. The more we come together, the more we can be able to utilize and see our powers. We'll be great. We can be greater than the present.
Should be told, yeah, we don't have that togetherness. We struggle with it. We really don't want to help the next person or the next black person. We just want to do our own. And when we have an idea, it's like, okay, and my own business is just mine, and for me alone. We don't want to share. We don't want to help the other person grow. That's one of our major problems. That's the problem I see we have.
Let's start by changing ourselves, and after changing ourselves, we should also try to like vote for the right person. Don't just vote for anybody. Don't vote for old people. Vote for young people. I think if we should have a young leader, Nigeria is going to change. We can change Nigeria by changing ourselves. Do you know why I said so? Because if we should change, we have to change first to be able to like, instead of voting for the regular old people, we would vote for young people. And after voting for young people, we start changing things around us. Like, for instance, now you should do what you expect the government to do for Nigeria. For instance, you cannot be living in a dirty environment. When you go to America, everywhere is beautiful. If you want Nigeria to change, first of all, start changing the things you yourself you can change. That's like cleanliness. Yeah, Jesus, more than just try to be clean. Be clean. Don't be going around cheating people. Try to do. See, we know how to change. We change because
we need to go back. We need to go all the way back to the beginning and understand that before the white man even came to separate us into countries, into different, into north, east, west, we we need to understand that we are all brothers and sisters. We are all black. We are all Africans. So if we unite, we can, you know, be the greatest nation, as I said before. So that's the problem. We have these, I am Nigerian, I am Ghanaian, I am Angolan, but the main thing is that we are all the same. We are all, you know, brothers and sisters. But even within, let's say, Nigeria or Guinea, we have different tribes. So let's say even a country, people from the same country cannot even be united because they're different language and different tribes and different beliefs. That's what makes us not to be united. Because white people don't have these. Have you ever heard anybody that, oh, I'm from this tribe or from the other tribe? No. But still, white people have different languages, even in a country. But still, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that they are the same, you know. So, we need to try. That's the only way.
I once heard someone say that if you want to hide something from a black person, put it inside a book. And that in itself is not such a good thing. It's actually a very terrible thing. And I think that for us to retrace our steps, we must find, like I said before, our history. When we understand where we have come from leaders who know our history, who taught us properly, who have penned these things down into books. When we read about the likes of Martin Luther and Frederick Douglass and all of those people, we can know where we have come from. And inside books is hidden wisdom that can enable us to be able to move forward. The path for the black man, one might say it's difficult, but I think it is possible for anybody who is determined. And for us to really retrace our steps, let's go back, let's get knowledge into our minds. And so we're not sitting on the second class, we don't act like second class, we don't behave like second class, we don't think like second class. When our minds have been changed, when there's a mental transformation and reform, then and then only can we come together as a group to seek and bid for the change that we so desire. I think that's the first step. Let's get into books, let's read, let's transform ourselves from within. And when you transform from within, the outside will just reflect what is on the inside of us.
Well, black people can retrace their steps by going back to blood. There's no other way. You know, just go back to blood, go back and discover your maker, know who he is, and trust him, he would make a way for you.
Black people need to go back to a time before we had any invasions. The time before anybody came and said, this is how you must look like, this is how you must dress. The time before anybody brought what money was and people started trying to acquire lots of it. The time before popular culture and American culture invaded everybody and everybody's trying to be American. We need to go back to what our real values were, the things that your mother still teaches you. And I'm not talking about the mothers that are teaching you about how to buy the most expensive cars that you can't pay for, no. I'm talking about the ones that teach you to pray. I'm talking about the ones that teach you to value the things that you have, because nothing comes easy. Black people need to think about where we were when we had like zero and how fine we were doing and nobody was fighting anybody. We were all we were living in our huts, we were fine. Until somebody came and said, this is actually what money is, it's called the Bible. And Christianity is good, it's great, I love it. But we need to remember that outside everything that was brought to us, we were a very, very strong people. We had rich culture. We still have so many black languages that are deep. We have stories that are deep. And the sooner we can get back to the way we used to be, when we used to value life, value things, value just breathing the air, that's probably when we can get back to those old days.
The best way to do that is to teach the younger ones, because truly, they are the futures of tomorrow. And if you don't teach them now, it's going to be difficult. You have to teach them how to be who they are, to tell them, to give them the motivations they need, the books they need to read, tell them how great they are, how great their ancestors are. Basically, to start them young. If we start young, we start building these people from young, and I think we'll go far. And one problem is we don't think about the future. We think about the now, and we just want it now. So if we can cut that off, think about the future, not just for ourselves, for our kids. Think we're working not just for ourselves, but for our children. So we're actually working for not just for ourselves. I think we'll go further, we'll go places with that.
We can retrace our steps by getting back to the beginning, getting back to our roots, getting back to the respect we have for each other, getting back to the pride we have in ourselves, in our culture, in our countries. Once we get back to those basic roots, once we get back to those basic things and integrate the knowledge that we have now of this 21st century, we can find our way back to the people that we used to be, the people that were so patriotic, the people that were so family oriented, people that were thinking about how they can make themselves better and make our country better rather than looking for outside sources. The moment we start looking back into our history and learning from them, that's when we can find ourselves again.
Well, I think go and ask your grandfather, because you need to. I'm kidding, but we should always go back and look into history. We should always know where we're coming from. We have a lot of past that we've been through, a lot of things we've been through, and we don't want to disappoint our fathers. So we have to go. We should always know where we're coming from. With that, we can be able to have a guided path and have a good life, good step path.
I hope to be able to use the platform of healthcare and education to transform a generation in any way that I can. That's how I hope to be able to impact the world.
I want to impact the world in a sense of bringing us back to the humanitarian side of us. I think that lately, in this day and age, we've removed ourselves from being humans and thinking of others as human beings, and I want us to bring ourselves back to that point and to educate each other on the things that we may not know of each other, each other's cultures, and come to an understanding and open-mindedness that we don't see today.
I want to impact the world through education, to change the way we actually perceive things. The way the schooling system, basically in Africa, it needs a lot of changing, it needs a lot of work. And that's what I really want to do. That's my passion, that's what I'm driven by.
Okay. I grew up in Nigeria, and I've noticed that parents like to be very strict with their children. So the world I'm going to impact is going to be like the world around me, which is Nigeria, of course. I would like to speak to parents, like mostly to advise them on how to be close with their children. Like, I want them to understand that you don't have to be very strict on them to like listen to what you have to say. You could be very nice and very playful with them, and this would make them want to come to you when they need advice instead of going to other people.
Well, I think the basic thing is I want to talk to children, talk to them about financial discipline and how at a young age you could start planning on what you want to do with yourself. It's not everything you see you buy. It's not everything you see that you should own. Some things are totally unnecessary. Some things are distractions. You don't need to like run after them and buy them. You need to just learn how to save. You need to learn what to invest in. You're never too young to have good investments, even though you're in school and college or whatever it is. But try to be very, very careful with the way you spend. Try to know what you're spending things on, things that will profit you in the long run, something like that.
I want to do something for my country, and as much as I'm not the biggest fan, I still know that my country needs a lot of help. And so I am a creative person. I want to connect across Africa, and I want to connect across the world, but most especially Africa, all these creative sectors, design, arts and craft, visual production, music. I want to create this system that connects everybody, and so that, you know, creative work is more easily accessible for African businesses and African people.
To impact the world, you know, the thing is, this is a man's world. But funny enough is that only great women can give birth to great men. So my way of impacting the world is empowering women, you know, give them what they deserve. Girls should go to school, so I really want to send girls to school, especially in Africa, where I am from. You know, I believe that if you, they say that there's something I read that says that when you educate a boy, you educate a person, but when you educate a woman, you educate a nation, because she'll definitely pass on to the next generation everything she learns. So it's my priority to send girls to school, and to, you know, I would love to get to the end of my days and see more women in power, in politics, in very strong, you know, positions, because that's how it goes. A man, you know, my mom said something very funny the other day. She said, when a man is cheating, he takes from his home to give out. But when a woman is cheating, she will take from outside to inside. So I believe we can apply these to different things. So my first priority is women, and we women, we will impact the world.
So my word is Africa. I would love to see a new beginning, a new phase, a new Africa where everyone has something to live for.
I want to remember for the person that actually brings about, like, I want to take away the low class and try to make everybody almost, like, make the world a little bit balanced. Not just, you know, you have the top class, the middle class, and the low class. I just want to bring everybody on a balanced level.
I want to be remembered for who I am. Strong, you know, empowered and ready to empower everybody that is around me, to put a smile on anybody's face, you know, always being positive and always believing that everything that happens in life is for the best. Everything gets better, you know. Like we say in Portuguese, tudo que acontece é para melhorar, you know. That's how it goes.
Wow, I want to be remembered as that man that gave his all, you know, that blessed as many people that came his way, impacted their lives, was a role model to a lot of kids out there, you know, a man that really feared God, a man that was a loving husband, a man that loved his kids, loved everyone generally. I want to remember that someone that blessed his generation.
I want to remember for us Valentine, you know, when they call the word Valentine, like, they're smiling, you know, that's something powerful. I want to have my name in people's heart, not just because of the name thing again, but as someone who has, you know, changed the life of people, made people happy, you know, created a new phase, you know, in the life of humans in Africa.
I would like to remember as a man who went beyond his ability and used every potential on the inside of him to cause positive change in the lives of those that he would leave behind. That's what I want to be remembered for.
I want to be remembered for my kindness. I want a situation whereby when people talk about me, even while I'm gone, they would remember how kind I used to be, how kind I was. I want to be remembered for something I'm very, very good at, which is makeup, as you can see. I want to be remembered for causing a change, creating a change. And I don't know how to put it well, but like I want to be able to like cause a change somewhere. I don't know where that will be, but like I just want God to be able to like make me change something.
Well, first of all, I don't think I want to remember for any one thing. I want to affect a lot of spheres, and I want different people to remember me for different things that I did in that sphere. I would like a community to remember me for teaching their children how to play instruments at a young age, so that 20 years down the line, the musicians coming out of that community, I want somebody who I've helped to create a nice project remember me later on for the project that still exists. And so I just want to be remembered for the valuable contributions that I've made as a person and as someone who does creative work in my life.
I want to be remembered as a woman who made a difference in her community, in her country. I want to be remembered as somebody that was compassionate and kind. I also want to be remembered as someone who was educated and powerful in her own right, in every way possible. I want to be on the same level as Bill Gates, Gandhi. However, I can be influential and impact my people as much as possible. That's what I want to leave as my legacy. To my teenage son. First of all, I am so glad that you were born. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your mother. First and foremost, you are a man. It is your duty to protect, to provide, and to be everything that a man should be. Please take care of your sisters. Don't forget about taking care of me. But I want you to live a life full of experiences. Travel, meet new people, go different places, experience new foods, experience new lifestyles, learn a new language, learn several languages if you want to. You are the most beautiful thing that will ever come out of me, including your siblings, of course. But I want you to know that I love you, and as your mother, I will try my very best to do everything I can for you. You will face many challenges, my son. Unfortunately, you are born into a world where we have a lot of prejudice, we have a lot of racism, and the color of your skin might cause some problems. But I want you to remember that you are a proud African-born king. Just I have African blood, therefore you have African blood. And you are an amazing human being. Society will bring so many challenges towards you. There will be a lot of peer pressure. But don't forget, you have your faith in God, your parents are here, and your family will always support you regardless of whatever decisions you make, as long as they're smart decisions. Have that confidence that no matter what happens in life, you have God, you have your family, and you have me. Do not bring any chick into my house pregnant without a ring on her finger. Do not date too many people in the name of you want to be cool. That is not cool. Please do not do it. Please do not cheat on your girlfriend. If you're tired of her, just tell her that you don't want to do it anymore and leave her alone. Do not ever put your hands on her. If she hits you, that's her bad, and you leave her alone, because no woman should hit a man either. But don't, in retaliation, hit her either. So put your hands in your pocket and walk away. Find a girl that loves you. Find a girl that can cook, because I don't know, I'll teach you how to cook, but just in case, I don't know, just get her somebody that can cook. Be with someone that improves your life, not someone that brings you down. Be with someone that loves you, not, when I say love, not sex, but someone that encourages you, that prays for you, that takes care of your mental and emotional side. Be with someone that you can cry in front of, that you can fart in front of, that you can be yourself around, that you can be silly and want to take on trips and she will be there for you. Be with someone that if something bad happens and I'm not there and your father's not there and your family's not there, she becomes your family and she's there for you. Be with someone that is close to me. I'm just saying, I am your mother, so if you like, I would have all the happiness in the world as long as she's someone that loves you.
Yes. I want her to know that she has her own race. She's not in any other person's track. She has her own track, her own race to run, and she should run it like she owns it. She's not in competition with anybody. She's in competition with herself. And I think that helps her through life, or that will help her through life. Advice would be my assignment, actually. From the moment she's born, I would have to train her to understand that she's beautiful and she can be confident, and irrespective of the norms or the cliches of the society, she was born for way more than what people can define her to be. So the assignment is more for me and less for her, actually, because if I have trained her through the process, by the time she's of the age of 16, 17, 18, she would know exactly her place in the society. There is no stereotype. You are who you are. You can be who you want to be. There's nothing that limits you. The only limitation you have is the one that you place on yourself. And it will be my assignment, as well as my wife's assignment, to show her that she can be all that she ought to be. And I think when she has a dad who has proved beyond every reasonable doubt that that is possible, she will have good footsteps to follow. Boys, it's funny thinking about it now, but the truth of the matter is, just like before, it's still my assignment. The haven that I create around her and the family that I raise up, which means my relationship with my wife, will be an example for her to follow. Because kids will always mirror what they have seen. They will soak up like sponges what has been poured in front of them. And so when I mirror a good image before her, she'll have a clue what she should look forward to in men. And then throughout the process, no man should define you, no man should limit you, no man should subject you to what you don't want to be subjected to. Of course, she's free to make her choices, but then at the same time, she should make well-informed choices, because she has a father and a mother who have taught her how to.
Life advice for my teenage son. Okay, be better than your father. Yeah. Okay, you know, son. As a man, you have to be confident, because if you're not confident, girls will not like you. You see. But aside that, the world is your oyster. You just have to go and grab it. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be shy of. People will always talk. Just go do your thing, and you'll win, because a dad always wins. Okay, advice on girls, and you don't look at. Okay, let me use the word. You don't look at girls as a means to an end. You simply just look at them as humans. Interact with them, respect them, just try and be free, try and be yourself, and they'll love you for that. Trust me, low-key, they'll love you for that.
Dear daughter, you are going to be looked down on when you grow up. Right now, I know your emotions are all over the place, but don't worry, it's okay. It's fine. Your mother's going to get on your nerves. That's definitely going to happen, but don't worry, she loves you. She loves you quite a lot. And I love you too. And I just want you to know that your family always has your back all the time, no matter what happens. And do not fear men. And also do not submit yourself to men. You are supposed to be treated as a woman, and we're not talking about equality or equity or anything. You're supposed to be treated with respect like a human being. And anybody who doesn't give you that respect doesn't deserve a place in your life. Dear daughter, fuck society. I know for one thing I'm going to marry a hot wife, and you should learn from your mother. She's hot. And also something you should remember is that it's not about how you look that people are going to define you, or rather you shouldn't define yourself. People are always going to judge you based on what you look like, or how big your breasts are, or how well you dress. But you should fuck them, because it doesn't matter. What really matters is that you are a woman, you're getting your shit on, you're doing the things you're supposed to do, you look beautiful while you're doing it, because the society loves beautiful people. What they can't get over is if you're beautiful and have no other problems. They want to bring you down. Fuck them. Dear daughter, the kind of men that exist in this world are so bloody many. You meet guys who do not want to let you leave the house. You meet guys who want to stay with them everywhere they go outside. You meet guys who will treat you like a trophy object, like you're not a person. You meet guys who will treat you like not a good object, but like you're a sack of potatoes. And I just hope, and I want you to remember I told you to respect yourself. If you respect yourself, you won't allow any kind of nonsense kind of guy to come near you. And so respect yourself and you find men that respect you.
Be who you are. Never give up. Don't let anybody bring you down. Be the best of you, not anyone else. You can always learn from people, but don't be like people. Be yourself. Be the best version of you. And I would say, don't always learn from experience. Try to learn from observation, because that's the best way to go forward. Because when you experience it, most times it's too late, and then you have to take like 100 steps backwards to retrace, to actually work on it again. But if you can learn from observation, because everything in this world has been done already, so just learn from observation. Like I said, be the best version of you. Don't let anybody bring you down. No matter how many no's you get, just know there's a yes out there for you. Don't let anybody tell you anything else, or you can't make it, you can't be who you want to be. You're not up there. Strive to be up there. Don't let them bring you down. Just be you. Be you. Always go forward. Be confident in yourself that you can do it, and you always do it. Wow. I've been blessed in a way. I've gone through stuff, but always treat your girl like she's the only thing on this earth. Like, because you are the foundation and she's the pillar, and if the pillar is out of the building, the house collapses. So if you can't treat her the way she needs to be treated, I don't think you deserve to be with a girl. You have to be ready to treat a girl right. You have to be ready to treat her as a queen, because that's who they are. Every woman is a queen. You have to be ready to go the extra mile. Don't lie. Don't ever lie to your woman, ever. Because somehow she finds out, and when she does, you're in deep mess already, because then it's too late for you to actually come out from that. One more thing. She makes you. A woman makes or break you. So you better choose wisely. Choose that person that can stay up all night with you, trying to create that thing you have a passion for. Try to be who you are. You need that person that wherever you're going to, you're confident that, oh, okay, she's always praying for me, she's always looking out for me, she's my pillar. That's the kind of person you need in your life, and you gotta treat her in a way that she doesn't look outside or wants more, because you're giving her everything you can. And trust me, if you're doing that, she knows you're giving her everything. She will make you better. She will make you a king. That's just it.
My daughter, the world is a very scary place, I know. It's a place where most of the time you feel lonely. But the main thing you have to do is you have to believe in yourself. You have to work hard to get whatever you want, you know, and always count on your family, count on me, count on daddy, count on your siblings, you know, and always remember that God is there for you. Everybody can disappoint you. I can disappoint you. Even me that I love you so much, even me that I gave birth to you. But believe that God is there. Remember Him, and He'll always guide you, always protect you. Sometimes You might fall. Sometimes you might go through things that you think are unfair, but you just have to take it as, you know, all the blessings and all the lessons. Lessons are blessings as well. So you have to take it as it comes and be strong. Always be strong and always smile. When you smile, everything will be fine. See, the way you carry yourself, once you have confidence in you, in your beauty, in your capability, in your how smart you are and how amazing, there is no way somebody else can come and tell you that you're not all of that. You just have to be confident. Definitely, there is preconceived notion of what beauty is. You know, what is a beautiful woman, what is a smart woman, what, you know, definitely. But you just have to be confident in you, because it's not about how your face is, how your body is, no, it's about how kind you are, how your ability to give, you know, receive and give. This is most important than any other thing. About society, see, for example, racism will always exist. It will exist forever. It won't exist until the day I die. It will exist until the day you die. It's just normal, okay? But you just have to build confidence, love yourself, and go for it. You know, any of these things should not define you, who you are, and should not make you give up on getting there, getting wherever you want, and being whoever you want to be, and to be as great as you want to be. So just go for it. Boys. No boys until you're 18. Okay, I'm joking. See, boys will definitely come around. You know, you need to be smart. You need to know, and you need to learn how to read people, to know what they want. And first of all, you should know, what do you want? What do you want? So if this is what you want with this boy, okay. But if you want something else, if you want something serious, you should read this person and know that if he wants to, you know, take this walk with you, you know, if he doesn't, so you just have to move on. You know, a lot of boys will come. So if it's not this one, to be a next one. It's not a must that it's this one boy that's, you know, sweating you, and they always do.
Baby, that day is here. And I want you to calm down. I want you to focus on your school. I want you to pay attention. I want you to be the best that you can ever be. Leave the boys. Come, trust me, the men will come. Leave the boys alone. The men will come. Yeah, if there's any problem, anything you need at all, talk to me. Yeah? Baby, a queen is a queen, no matter how, no matter what. The crown may be on her head, the crown may not be on her head, she's still a queen. Don't let anybody tell you you're not good enough. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not pretty enough. Trust me, you are. If you weren't, you won't be my daughter. Baby, no sex to marriage. It's as simple as that. No sex to marriage. Just leave all those sex. And if I catch you, I'm really going to disown you. I'm serious. If I catch you, I'm going to disown you. When I mean disown you, as in remove you from the wheel. I'm serious. Me and mother might even divorce if she's supporting you. Like, we might even call it quits. I'm very serious. No sex in marriage. You just have to stay faithful. I want that pride that you went to your husband's house a virgin. And I'm very serious.
I want you to know God. That's the most important thing. You first of all know God very well. And knowing God, I don't mean knowing God based on what your pastors tell you or what others tell you about God. I want you to like try to understand God yourself and like try to have a relationship between you and Him, a relationship that you would understand. You don't need to explain to anybody. Like, you just know that you know God and like God loves you. Then I also want you to be very modest and very polite. I want you to know that you don't need to please anybody. You can be yourself. Like, you don't need to do what people say you need to do, or try to like act just to please people. You can, don't let anybody dictate anything for you. Do what you want to do, because whatever you do, I will be there to advise you, to correct you, and to love you. Okay, starting with beauty, I think my daughter will not come out ugly because I'm pretty. So, but in case you decide to come out ugly, which you cannot try to come out ugly, okay? Don't come out ugly, please. In case you're not so pretty, you should learn to like make yourself look the way you want to look. Don't like there are now makeups, there are so many things that enhances beauty, nice clothing and all that. So like people are going to talk, they'll say you have big nose, you have big mouth, you have all that, but you don't have to listen to them, because you can correct all these things. There's contouring, there's lipsticks, there are different things you can do to make yourself pretty. And I'm going to be a makeup artist. I am a makeup artist, so that won't be a problem. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know concerning makeup. And trust me, when you start beating your face, people will not remember you're ugly, okay? And self-confidence. Self-confidence is something you must have as a person. I feel like someone can't make you value yourself. You have to value yourself. Even when people say things about you, like you just have to like look at yourself and think about those good things you have. People don't know you. You know yourself. People will just go around talking different things based on what they've heard, which might be a lie and all that, or they might just be bad belly, like bad mouth, what they call them for this thing. They might just be saying stuff that are not even true. You don't need to let people make you feel less of what you are. You should know you're a queen, you are beautiful, you know your worth. You know your worth. Like nobody needs to tell you about it. And like once you know your worth, I think you don't have a problem with self-confidence. Because when somebody says something, you just attack them straight up, like that kind of thing. To my future daughter, I'm speaking to you. Listen carefully. Advice on boys. First of all, you need to know that before going into any relationship, love yourself, but don't allow anybody to deceive you, because guys, they tell a lot of lies, and they can come and meet you and tell you that you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. Meanwhile, they want something else. I want you to like know what you want. Try to like list the qualities. Yeah, like write them down somewhere. The qualities you want in a man, so that when they come, because a lot of them they are going to come after you, so that when they come, you know exactly what you want. Not just fine face, not just money, not just all that. Also good. Their personality needs to matter to you. Then concerning sex, let us not lie to ourselves. So I know you might start it on time, you might start it later, or you might start it when you're married. Anyone you decide to do, just remember to use condom. Always use condom, because when you don't use condom, you get pregnant, and when you get pregnant, you would not want to come and meet me and tell me that you're pregnant, so you would start thinking of aborting. And trust me, your mother is a doctor. You don't want to abort because there are so many complications after aborting, and it could prevent you from having children, and I know you don't want that, of course. Then also, I want you, when you have a boyfriend or someone you're serious with, you should bring the person to me. Bring the person to me. I'm very, very young and civilized. Like, trust me, I'll make you guys very comfortable. I would treat him nice, and things will be easier for you that way. When there's a problem, you'll be able to tell me about him, and since I know him, it will be easier for me to advise you. Then, what else? Try to stick to one boyfriend if that's possible. please. Sticking to one boyfriend is good. Then don't allow any guy to beat you. Please don't allow any guy to beat you. That's why I really want you to love yourself. When you love yourself, you love your body so much, you don't even want anybody to touch you. Like, it's going to be very difficult for you to just accept it. So first of all, love yourself. In that way, you would prevent such from happening.
Yeah, thanks Heidi for this great opportunity, and I'm sure you really enjoyed what you just watched. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's lost his dad and his mom, unfortunately, and he said he'll give anything he can to just hear their voices again, to just see them again, to just have them talk to him again. And you know, even when we make plans for our future, all of us have said what we want and hope that our future is going to be like, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Sometimes life happens. You cannot control life itself. The events that surround our lives many times are beyond our control. And so I give this as a charge to all of us. Not that we expect or hope for the worst, but let's prepare. Anything can happen at any time. Take some time, make a video for your unborn children. Take clips of your life, no matter how little, the different experiences that you've had, and put them all together. Package it for your children yet unborn. Trust me, they'll be grateful, because in the blink of an eye, so many things can go south and away from the way you have planned it to be. Don't pray for it, but I think it's wise to do so. God bless you.